Hello and welcome back, everyone. I'm not going to run an intro because we're about to go through one hell of a thing. Alright, I'll trust you on that one, kitty cat.
Very good. I am relieved I'm not the only one to whom this charade is transparent. Charade? What are you talking about? Adrian, your main reason for signing with L is a testimony of my carnivore. Correct? However, that's a foolish basis. After all, you've never met her. But she's right there. Is she really? L?
So you knew all along, did you?
What? Wait, that's...
It was a diddle this whole time?
Unlike the riddles in the ruins towers, light and truth do not always go hand in hand. As I'm sure our friend Adrian can attest to, things don't neatly fit into black and white category. Sometimes light can be even more blinding than darkness. And I, for one, think it would have been silly to be taken in by the dramatic confession of a false Pokémon. That's why I was uninterested.
You are an observant as ever, Randomus. Do not speak to me of blindness. Wait, your eyes. You're not... I once was. Yet no sooner did I undertake a prayer to the Lord Arceus, did he bless me with my vision. I have followed his name ever since. Now I will design... I will... I will dig to yeah, something. To borrow his power. Can you feel it? The holy energy that charges this place? I emits from the stone of Arceus. Ditto, embrace the Lord's blessing. Take the energy for thyself. Opromio oppressium. Adu crux in the mile no. I can't fucking pronounce this shit. We will silence the heretics. Let judgment reign upon thee.
Oh, so are we just fighting God? And of course he's a higher level because why not? Okay. Danny's Bane, please save our ass. Oh, what an idiot. Okay, cool.
Oh, full heal, bitch.
Oh. Why is he using Focus Buff?
Shit. I didn't mean to hit that.
Okay, well, we lost ours, Stevie.
Remember, Judgment only has 5 PP.
Yeah, but... Well, after he only really has... He has Judgment, Focus Blast... I don't think we know those two moves, do we? No. Oh god, where do we have to go after we lose this?
How do you have another Judgment?
TP max. Oh god!
I feel like Danny's Bane could have done that, I just accidentally did the wrong thing.
Misclick. I don't blame you, it just happens.
Well, at least we don't have to do the riddles again.
Unless... I hope not.
No, we don't.
Okay, good.
Well, actually, we made a save spot back there. Do you want to just load the save spot?
Do you have? Yeah, no, please.
Start out with Danny's Bane?
Huh?
I was thinking start out with Danny's Bane? Maybe we could give Quick Claw to to our thingy too.
Yeah. Can you just stream the game back to me or something?
Alright.
Yep. It's all good. Thank you.
There we go.
Alright, thank you.
Oh, fuck.
Unknown! The hands of God! Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
You must be on a full heal, I mean.
Yeah.
So here's my plan. Ready for this shit? It's gonna be the best plan you've ever seen.
Yeah.
You ready?
I think I have an idea.
This is how you beat God, everyone.
Hell yeah.
Not even toxic killed him, just hail.
Just hail.
Yeah.
Fuck you, God. I'm kidding, of course. Right?
Thou doust me the doused of Lord. Well, Ditto's dead.
Yeah, fucking dude.
As but a false idol, it could not hope to mimic the Lord's true power. The true Lord's power.
Is it all then?
Wait, so if that was Ditto, then where's the real Gardevoir?
Where indeed? It looks like that it's my move now. Gardevoir! Teleport now!
Ta-da!
So that's the real Gardevoir.
At your service. Miss me?
Dearly. But we're not done yet. Gardevoir, hypnosis!
Yes, master. Good night. Mwah. It's a one-hit KO.
Indeed. That about makes this case closed. We'll take this one back down to the station.
I love Randomus so much.
He seems like a fun guy. He has some time to do.
Wait, I don't get it. If you could have just had Gardevoir teleport this whole time, why bother coming all the way down here?
I hadn't said it before. Simply because Luna asked me to.
Yep, I could have escaped at any time. Oh, my darling master saved me. Did I make a compelling damsel in distress?
This Gardevoir is certainly more lively.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry, sorry.
Oh yeah. You were all, I will protect you and stuff. You're a cutie. But I would never leave my master. He's perfect as is.
Well, I'm relieved. As I asked in the first place, why should I be concerned when the opposing king places himself in check? Elo tried to strike at me by using Gardevoir, but I was his mistake and underestimated her.
Please, hold your applause for me until we're back in the comfort of home.
On that note, I think it's about time we picked ourselves out of here. Shall we leave together?
Yes, please. Get me out of here.
It should be just a quick teleport out.
Something about this place makes teleport so muddy. I don't think I can get all of us that way, but I can at least take us out of this old cave.
Better than hiking, perhaps. Let us be off. No.
By the way, did you notice the gear was turning again?
Yep. It's good to be above ground again.
By the way, Adrian is going to be a blessing.
Okay. I feel like I was down there for ages. Fresh air, come to me! Say, does anybody notice anything strange?
The Grand Gate have opened. What? But it's been sealed for years. Why would it suddenly open now? I'm gonna go check it out.
Indeed, this is most curious.
You know how he said fresh air?
Fresh air. What? What's this?
So the stairway kinda got a little bit roughed up by Team Area.
No, I mean, where? I don't... Are you quite alright? I'm confused. Where are we?
Reborn City? This is the north Obsidian Ward. Have you ever been here before?
This isn't the city. This isn't Reborn. I thought that was... Where's the center? Where are the cabins and the port and the lake? It's brown?
You must be new here.
I'm not! I lived in Reborn City my whole life! This isn't the Reborn City that I know! This place is disgusting. Nothing like the quiet city I grew up in.
I think someone's got a little loony to me.
On the contrary, I have a somewhat different theory. Adrian, the last time you saw the city, the lake was more properly colored. Is that right? Yes, it was a perfect, brilliant blue. That's why we named it Azurine. Tell me what else you remember. Let's see. It used to be very lush. There were trees all over the place. This waterfall, the Celestine Cascade, poured down into a river that ran through the city. At the corner of the lake, there's a beautiful little port and my gym. What about my gym? I've got to go there. I believe it would not be best to leave Zen alone right now.
Z said that your gym was at... What is going on there? Did they just mistype?
Yeah, that's a possibility.
Wait, Z is a gym? You finally figured it out. Of course I knew all along. That was a stand-in for a time, but... Why is there a bunch of X's?
I have no idea.
Well, it seems he'll be taking your position back now. Then he must mean the Coral Ward gym.
Indeed. Let's go.
Why? What the fuck happened there?
Maybe XYR is the name of the current gym leader there?
No. Wait,
Yeah.
maybe? I'm so confused. Well, the thing is, it's also your that was like...
Weird. I honestly don't know. So he's from the past.
Yeah, remember how we walked in there and it seemed like it was frozen in time?
Apparently.
Yeah, no, that's why it was all like monochrome.
Oh! So we broke like a weird prison.
Yep, he was stuck in time the whole time.
What the hell? This is a joke, right? No, too elaborate to be a joke. I must be dreaming. Were this but a dream, and it would be all that easier. Alas, it is not. I feel sick. Steal your nerves for a moment and answer me this. This building has been this way for a long time, yet you're in shock. How is this? When I left this morning, it was perfectly fine. None of this. This whole city. It's wrong. As I thought. Then allow me to tell you what I know about this gym. When the city was repopulated after the blackouts and earthquakes, several buildings were designated to remain here, untouched. In general, these were historically significant facilities that their legacy might be preserved. This gym was one such building. Blackouts, earthquakes. This is all unheard of to you, yes? I'm really confused. Understandably. Now allow me to clarify another thing. A moment ago you said this morning that this gym was normal to you. Earlier you said you arrived at the ruin around an hour before us. Do I recall correctly? Yes, but I'm afraid I hardly follow. To put it simply, based on your description of this city and your memory of what's happened, I believe there is only one conclusion that can be reached. You've been frozen in time. What? Well, when you fell down into the ruin, as you said, how did you get there? I was checking something out in the mechanical hall behind the grand gate. Someone reported there had been some kind of line shining through the floors, so I went to check it out. Oh no. So I dismantled part of it and crawled down there. But when I lost my footing, I fell on the ground. Following a natural tunnel, I eventually came to that place. When you say you were in the grand gates, does that mean you access them as normal from the grand stairway? Yes. Why? Then that confirms it. The gates have been operational for years. More than a decade ago, they suddenly ceased function. I don't remember anything like that. Of course not. You were inside that ruin the whole time. That entire time. If we are to believe that Elle told us about that being the site of Arceus' birth, there is no telling what kind of energy afflicts that place. It is possible the energy of the meteor concealed inside the ruin warped the flow of time, and the gates function with it. Then you wouldn't all have been stuck with me too? A valid concern. However, we had something you did not.
The keys, the ruby ring, and the amethyst pendant.
Perhaps their presence and the energy they bear connected to the ruin was enough to unlock you from the spell of time, frozen time. So I was underground for who knows how long, and I had no idea. To me, it just seemed like an hour. That's a bad feeling.
What are you gonna do now?
Well, I can't just leave this place like this.
You're gonna try to fix your gem? You've got your work cut out for you.
No, not the gym. I mean the whole city.
My boy is a blessing.
You intend to fix the whole city?
And he does it.
I intend to do what I can. This is wrong. This is not reborn. But if someone like me can do something, anything to bring it just a little bit closer to the way it should be, then that's worth doing. Is there someone in charge that I can speak to?
Well, AIM is usually around the Grand Halls at the center of the city.
I can't imagine that's moved far. You have my thanks. For getting me out of there too, if that is indeed what happened.
Good luck fixing the whole city. Maybe you'll want to stop time again to do that.
Maybe so. Wouldn't that be nice? I'll see you all around, perhaps in a slightly brighter future. Well, that turned out to be an ordeal.
Yup, and this'll make a nice juicy news story too.
Before that, God of War, I'll be needing you. These two still have gym battles to do, after all.
Oh, well, if that's how it is, we'll be waiting back at the castle.
Indeed, I will see you shortly. Hey, sorry.
Hey, Kitty Cat, do you want to walk with us back to the castle right away? Yes, don't make me walk all the way back. Alrighty, let's all go together.
Thank God. God of War, you're back!
Of course, my dear.
Oh, how I've missed you. Now don't go off disappearing like that again, please.
Pish posh. What's a girl without a little excitement in her life? Besides, I had my Galay in shining armor come all the way down to rescue me.
There was hardly much rescuing involved, but indeed.
Is he wearing a Galay helmet?
I just noticed that too. The perceived crisis has been averted. Oh, Master, you are so wonderful. I am pleased to be in your service to you. Now, let's not go ahead of ourselves. I am but a humble colleague.
Speaking of which, why do you keep changing to all these silly hats?
You wound me. There's nothing silly about them. But to answer your question, why not? I simply choose the right hat for the right job.
No, I like this outfit better for him.
It's classic. It's good. Isn't that sensible?
I'm afraid the peasantry knows nothing of my master's divine taste in fashion.
I find them most amusing. Don't you think so? Yes. Well, speaking of non-sequitur transitions, I have somebody to introduce to you all. If you will be so kind as to step aside, Kitty Cat. Please enter. That's everybody, I'd like you to meet the state's newest butler, Elias.
I am pleased to serve. Do let me know if there's anything I may do to make your stay with us more comfortable.
Why? Oh, dear Luna, you look as you've seen a ghost.
It's not a ghost she's seeing. It's her father.
I am confused by your words. Master's my father and none other. Indeed, it is a strange thing to accuse our new lieutenant of. Elias, do tell. Is this girl your daughter?
She is not.
And that she claims me to be her parent, I believe that this issue can be laid to rest. I wish to leave. I beg your pardon.
Luna, darling, come back. Oh dear. Have I offended?
Through no fault of your own, surely. Pay it no mind. I understand you have procured a certain rare object. Will you please give it to me?
Yes, my lord. I do believe this is the object to which you refer. Ellis handed over the amethyst penlet.
That will be all. Dismissed.
You understood, my lord. That's the amethyst penlet. Elle took it before.
Yes, you did take something to that effect. I meant to ask you, Kitty Cat, exactly how did you come by this object? Of course, I should know better than to ask a question to a player character with no dialogue.
Yep, fourth wall breaking randomness. I love him. Get ready for a lot more of that now.
Okay. So perhaps your friend will tell me.
Wait, what did you just say?
Will you tell me where this came from?
Belongs to a friend of ours, and she'll be wanting it back.
Such a precious thing to lose. Believe me, none can understand better than I. But in understanding, it is with all my greatest sympathy that I will refuse to give it back. Return. For just this once, I will implore you to acquiesce to me on faith alone. I will keep this object, and you will not find your trust abused. Now, on to lighter matters. I believe we have a gym battle to get underway, do we not? Kitty Cat, you will find the doors to the challenge hall open. Best of luck to you.
I'm beginning to doubt if siding with him was the right thing to do. He acts so strange, and he just ran off with Anna's pendant, just like that. And the fact that Ellis had it, doesn't that mean that he was... this is weird.
Huh. So I'm guessing Radamus and Garwar basically have L under control to be their brother for now.
Don't know.
Oh boy.
Alright, so, hey, you remember that really famous trick room, gym that I mentioned?
Yeah, it's gonna be this.
It is this place.
Oh boy.
Ready to build a team that is slow as shit? Because I am, man. Also, for once, I Dream Genie will not be a part of this fight. Because they're psychic types!
Yeah.
But that's also why I got this guy. Oh boy. Well, yeah, I better start prepping. What episode is this? Hang on, let me go check in the files after this episode ends, because we're about that time.
Yeah.
So we'll see you guys next time.
Have a good life.